Greetings everyone, it is I, Shadowstar, and I have finally made it to Heavensward. Ye whoop-de-doo! And without having to spoil any of the new sprouts like myself, what is going on that MSQ, I'm just gonna say, wow, what a ride. What a goddamn ride. So yeah, I have made it to the next big city, which is Ishgard. And in Ishgard, I haven't really continued much of the MSQ there, but I looked at the map and noticed something when I was there, and I had to check it out. I noticed an unlock quest while looking at the Ishgard map, and the name of it just said, hey, I should go check that out. So after doing one more MSQ, I ran over to this unlock quest, which is at the Ishgardian citizen here, and it is called Our End. And if you have looked right there, yes, this is for the Dark Knight. I am just going to show a little bit of the beginning of the quest here, not too much later on, because there's a bit of spoilers to it, and that is its own kind of story, and I really like the story so far, so I really want to advise you to, if you want to play Dark Knight, you just experience that story for yourself. So I'm just going to show a little bit of the beginning. So it is actually really quite easy to become a Dark Knight. You just accept the quest and go to the spot that shows you on the map in Ishgard, and then you get this cutscene right here. The NPC you were talking to was talking about how there was a interesting character in the trial who has been tried for heresy, and he decided to try by combat. He did not win the combat, he died, and his body was dumped somewhere in the lower parts of the city by the Templars. As your character investigates the body, he or she finds a soul crystal on it, like your previous class. And upon touching it, she starts hearing voices. Soon after, the Warrior of Light passes out, and upon waking up, the dead person is no longer dead. The person introduces itself as Frey, and is claiming that they're not a heretic, but can't convince the Temple Knights of Ishgard otherwise. Frey asks your character how they're doing and what it must have felt like touching the soul crystal. Your character seems to answer hearing a distressed voice. Coincidentally, another voice can be heard in the distance screaming for help. But Frey stops your character talking about the darkness that resides in everyone, and that by touching the crystal it is growing stronger within the Warrior of Light, and that without proper training it would destroy the Warrior of Light. Frey offers to, of course, teach the Warrior of Light in the methods of the Dark Knight, and with that you are basically a Dark Knight now. You got the soul crystal, the sword, and you're off to go. Although you start as Dark Knight level 30, which means you would have to level up again in order to continue the main story quest as a Dark Knight. Of course, you should not miss out on the story quests, and they're really, really good. I can only recommend doing them. Originally I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna try out Dark Knight for a little bit. I'm probably gonna go back to Paladin, but honestly, as I was hitting the duty roulette in order to level the class, I enjoyed it more and more the longer I played as Dark Knight. In the end, I said screw it, I'm completely switching to Dark Knight. So what I did in order to get back to the level where I could continue the main story quest is just basically spam duty roulette leveling for 2 days while doing some quests in the world, which I haven't done. But I'm gonna talk about a bit more about the class. The class is just... I cannot describe how fun this class actually is as a tank class. It is a different experience compared to Paladin. Of course, there's a lot of abilities that are similar to it, but there's also a few other mechanics which are interesting. For example, you have the big sword, and you can actually use specific attacks that require MP, which the Paladin basically does not have at all, at least to the point where I played it. And you can do attacks like shooting a big-ass laser beam out of your sword. And this kind of stuff is actually pretty fun. And it's kind of funny, I feel like I went from Christian rock to heavy dark metal or something like this in this case. Because it is still sort of in the same direction, but one is much darker than the other one. And later on you even get an ability that is the invulnerability of the Paladin, but you cannot go below 1 health, and if the healers fail to heal you up to 100%, you just die. That is an interesting ability. And I can't wait what else kind of crazy shit Dark Knight has. I also gotta talk about the placement of the quests, because at the point where you can actually accept the quest, the Warrior of Light is at a pretty low point in the main story. I'm not gonna spoil what is going on, but I feel like it's fitting that the Warrior of Light has kind of their own struggle with themselves right now, that they realize they can't really save everyone, and therefore tries to dabble into more powers such as darkness. And I just love how the class feels. Generally, how tanking in Final Fantasy XIV feels is great. In World of Warcraft, for example, I was always too worried about screwing up. In Final Fantasy XIV, I don't have that feeling. It's so easy to tank, and it's actually really enjoyable, and it's just the thing I really enjoy in the game so far. Although, I gotta admit, I haven't played a DPS or a healer in this game myself yet. And then again, I am still far off from actual endgame content, and I'm not sure how tanking will be for this. I know I will look into like getting a static for when it comes to that, and then I will probably be talking on Discord with them, so communicate and stuff like that. And I feel like this could be really fun. I'm really looking forward to endgame. Anyways, I am going to go Dark Knight main here from this point on. Bye bye, Paladin. That was cool, but this is cooler. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.